There's nothing scenic about a drive through Mogadishu, the war-torn capital of Somalia. It's a trip best taken in a large convoy of armed trucks. And for good reason. This is a city under siege. Somalia has been in a state of anarchy for more than 20 years, and some of the fiercest battles for control of the country are happening now on these very streets. Amid the rifle fire or mortar rounds, a new transitional government is struggling to take shape, led by Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed, a soft-spoken former teacher who often has to remain holed up in his compound because it's too dangerous to venture out. Fighting him every step of the way is a ruthless Islamic insurgency known as Al-Shabaab. The new president has some desperately needed help. These armored trucks belong to African Union peacekeepers, a force of 5,300 Ugandan and Burundian troops stationed here to try and give the fragile government some breathing room. But Somalia is starting from scratch.
Again, it comes back to the problem of capacity issues, lack of personnel, lack of even physical infrastructure. Many people are fearful about coming up and taking positions, even if they were qualified, because the security is not there.
Security lives or dies here. This is the front line in the battle between the government and Al-Shabaab, an area known as K4. Poorly equipped Somali forces try to hold off the insurgents. If they surrender this ground, the new government will be toppled. Though the situation is highly volatile, Lieutenant David Okecho, a hardened African Union commander, thinks they have the upper hand over Al-Shabaab.
They are not very strong, because ever since they started attacking us, they haven't overrun any of our discharge. That's why I say they are not strong.
But since these forces are here to keep the peace, they're not allowed to launch attacks against an enemy that's fierce and deeply fundamentalist. Al-Shabaab's goal is to install a harsh version of Sharia law countrywide. This captured member thinks President Ahmed isn't the man for the job. But even in war, somehow our resilience endures. While the U.S. has pledged weapons and financial support, it's Barack Obama himself that inspires this young Somali. He recites lines from a speech the American president gave about a better tomorrow, even as he knows his own country's future remains deeply in doubt.
We sent a message to the world that we have never been just a collection of individuals or a collection of red states and blue states. We are and always will be the United States of America.
On location in Mogadishu, this is Tim Frecha for Global Post.